I was the 57th pick in my draft. Worked out pretty well. This year, Heinz is starting a new tradition. Today, the 57th pick will be inducted into the Mr. 57 Club. So to the player about to be drafted, welcome to the club.
All right, moving over to our breakdown of the week, where we focus on a campaign to highlight. This week's campaign refers to the NFL. So last weekend, we had the NFL draft, and Kraft Heinz had a pretty cool campaign around the 57 number of their brand. So what they did was they launched a campaign, the Heinz Mr. 57, at the NFL draft. And for the 57th pick in the NFL draft, they gave them a special limited edition Heinz red jacket and a lifetime supply of Heinz products. So ketchup, mustard, whatever they got going on. It was really interesting because this happened in Pittsburgh, which is the hometown of Heinz. And it got even more interesting when the 57th pick was a player to the Chicago Bears, which Chicago is kind of notorious for not using ketchup on certain products. So it kind of caused this to gain a little bit more momentum because interviewers and media were asking the 57th pick. His name was Logan Jones. They asked him how he's going to use this promotion, how he's going to use a lifetime supply of ketchup if he uses it.
Has Heinz 57 reached out yet?
They haven't reached out to me. Oh, maybe they have. I don't know. I've been on my phone all day, but I had no idea that was a thing until after the whole pick went down, so that's pretty cool. Just about everything I eat, I feel like. Fries, burger. I don't know if I could say hot dog here, but yeah, just about everything. So.
And it was a little clippable moment because he's drafted in Chicago. He even mentioned, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I put ketchup on my hot dog. So it was kind of fun that they did it in Pittsburgh. It landed with a player that went to Chicago. And what I want to highlight about this campaign is that this is a cultural moment. It's something that happens every single year. It's a big event. And there's a lot of people covering this event. Heinz gave them something to cover. There's people talking about the picks, what teams are doing. And now there's a 57th pick that's wearing a jacket, and there's media coverage about it. So everybody that was covering that put out clips, put out short form content about it. They have a lot of traction on TikTok and short forms because of this. And one of the things that a spokesperson from Heinz said was this was an intentional move to move away from just a logo sponsorship that's on the TV screen, on a backdrop, or on the field, and to try and get into more shareable events or shareable stunts that they could do on a regular basis. And I think they knocked it out of the park because this had a lot of traction. A lot of people were talking about it. A lot of coverage came into it. And it made it easy for people to cover compared to just putting a logo on the screen.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do have a quick domino effect. Like this just like light bulb popped off and like where I'm like, so back in the 80s, members only jackets were like a huge trend, right? Well, the way I think of like a members jacket now, especially one that I will tune into, is like the 5 Timers Club on SNL. And I want to say Jack Black actually recently. It was Jack Black and then Jack White was the the music host. Anyway, so but he just got entered into the 5 Timers Club, and they always have a repeating bit or opening bit about someone coming into the 5 Timers Club. So now I think that this was really strategic with like the Mr. 57 and the draft pick, because you get that members only jacket, again, pulling back from the 80s, but making it more current. And again, I think that this is absolutely repeatable. I wonder what kind of campaigns are going to continue to evolve over time with this. I was definitely keeping an eye on on Heinz's Instagram page to see how everything was coming together. And I love how bold the red is. Like, I thought the marketing team was extremely smart with putting this together, having on-site activations, getting additional interviews. And yeah, I'm excited to see what next year's Mr. 57 is going to be. Even though I'm not necessarily like the biggest football fan, it's like I am going to tune in to see who got the next jacket.
And that right there is the point, is like you tune in next year. So I think for like the takeaway from this is repeatable campaigns are awesome. And every single brand out there, even if you're a small business, you have some type of a brand asset, a phrase, a number, an offer that you have, or maybe even like a local town or state, I don't know what to say, a local town or state ritual or something around your local area that is relatable to everyone in your market. So try and find something to tie into, whether it's a brand asset or a local event or something that's going on, and create something around that moment, something that people will talk about, something that people will react to, they'll share, maybe take photographs around. So I came up with 2 examples for small businesses of what you could do. So let's say you're a local HVAC company. You could run a campaign around the first 90-degree day of the year and run like a 90-degree furnace to AC day and just run a silly campaign and promotion around, you guys have, 90-degree service windows. So now that it's becoming 90 degrees on that first day, we're now having a deal where we'll come out and run through a 90-degree readiness checklist. Make sure your AC is running, make sure everything's aligned, turn it into some type of content or local PR that people will think about every single year. Something that I guess is maybe a little bit more relatable would be a coffee company, the first frost coffee. Think of the first frost of the year. People are starting to warm up or want to warm up. How can you create a moment around that where people look forward to it and have a cold moment? So on that first frost, maybe you do the first 50 customers get a free small coffee. Put special sleeves on that coffee. Use special stickers that are only available for that day, and save those for next year. But something that is repeatable, that people can easily get stuck in their heads, they'll look forward to next year. Weather is really easy to play around. So just get creative and have something fun. I mean, it's just cool to have something to look forward to. You don't have to get that crazy or that special. You don't have to be on national TV or get a spot with the NFL draft. It could just be something around your local town. Just have fun, play with it, and again, run it reoccurringly and get it stuck in people's head.
Yeah. And I can definitely confirm that, especially being in the Midwest, that it's like weather is a common topic. And you can absolutely move or create a campaign around it, especially with access to what the weather map is looking like. And again, just playing it up as best as you can. And I could not agree more about having some kind of special promotion or some kind of branding along that, because people will respond to a limited time deal, or like when they see that there's a couple of things that are around, but now they don't have access to it, it's going to build interest. So